Hello everybody, this is Chaz. In today's video I will review the Samsung Galaxy S3 in 2021. A little bit of background: the Galaxy S3 was released by Samsung in mid-2012 as the third generation of the Galaxy S lineup. It had an Exynos 4412 chip and 1GB of RAM, along with a 4.8-inch display. It was released on Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich and received updates up until 4.3 Jelly Bean, although you can actually update it all the way to Android 11 using custom ROMs, although these ROMs are not very stable. Anyway, let's get into today's video. The first thing I'm going to discuss about the Galaxy S3 is the design. Since out of all the smartphones I own, the Galaxy S3 has one of the best designs in my opinion. It is the easily removable back, in contrast to modern Samsung devices, where you must put lots more effort into removing the back cover. You can very easily just take out the battery and replace it with another one. The 4.8-inch screen is a similar size to the regular iPhone 6. And yes, the Galaxy S3 has a headphone jack, meaning you can use wired headphones or speakers with it. Overall, I'd rate the design of the Galaxy S3 an 8 out of 10. Next thing I'm going to be taking a look at is the performance. The Galaxy S3 only has 1GB of RAM, which was very normal at the time for a phone, but not very much now. If you're multitasking, especially with recent versions of apps, you might encounter some issues performance-wise. If you want a smoother experience, you can follow my other video, 5 top tips to speed up your old Android device in 2021, which I'll leave a link to in the description. You can still play some basic games on the Galaxy S3, but assuming you choose to stay on stock Android 4.3, Google Play will simply refuse to let you download a lot of apps, because these apps were made to run on newer versions of Android. You can browse the web on it if you can find a modern web browser that supports the old version of Android. Overall, I'd rate performance a 5 out of 10. Thirdly, there's the camera. The Galaxy S3 has an 8 megapixel rear camera and a 1.9 megapixel front camera. The rear camera can do video at 1080 pixels and 30 frames per second, while the front camera can do up to 720 pixels and 30 frames per second. The camera is still decent and takes good pictures, although things have moved on since then, and there are definitely better options if the camera is really important to you. I'd rate the camera on the Galaxy S3 a 6 out of 10. Next up, I'm going to discuss battery life. The battery life on the S3 depends on whether you buy it used or new or refurbished. If you buy it used, depending on how long the previous owner used it for, you may have some issues with battery life. Luckily, as mentioned earlier on, the Galaxy S3's battery is very easy to replace. For me, the Galaxy S3's battery life depends on what I'm doing on it, and usually drains quicker when I'm playing games or watching YouTube videos. Overall, I'd rate the battery on the Galaxy S3 a 7 out of 10. Finally, app support on the Galaxy S3. Since the maximum version of Android the Galaxy S3 can update to officially is 4.3, many apps have abandoned support. There are ways you can install the last compatible versions of apps through APKs available from various sources, but these apps may not have the latest features or may not even work anymore. YouTube is an example. It just says it is too old of a version and tells you to use the web app of YouTube instead. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end at some point. If you do install a custom ROM, particularly a recent version like Android 9 Pie, you can enjoy access to the latest apps on the Galaxy S3. Overall, I'd rate app support a 5 out of 10. To conclude, is the Galaxy S3 a good phone to buy and use in 2021? If you want a good and reliable daily driver and don't want to mess around with custom ROMs, then absolutely not. The Galaxy S3 is a great phone, don't get me wrong, but in 2021, in terms of most of the things you want to do, it just doesn't hold up. If you only need to use it for basic things such as phone calls, and this phone might be a good choice for you. Say if you want to listen to music and radio, then the S3 could be a good option considering it has built-in FM radio and a headphone jack. Overall, this phone scored 6.2 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more great content. You can also follow me on Twitter at @Chaz_tech. Anyways, have a good day. See you next time, and goodbye.